You said pre-match this is just another game, same as every other one. Now that you've completed a 2-0 win over them, how does it feel, especially with this kind of crowd here tonight?
I wouldn't say it's the same as any other one, because you know how special it is to play against the club that won this Champions League so many times and are the reigning champions as well. Dominated Europe for the last few years. We're a pain in the ass for Liverpool many times as well. So we knew it was a big week, but I said if this week is over, next week is a big week again with Newcastle and Everton. So, but I think it's not only the result, also the way we played is, it's pleasing to see.
You've been here obviously, and you obviously intentions are to do well and to win games,
sure.
etc. But you're here a few months now. Are you ahead of schedule in your own mind?
I didn't have a schedule in terms of amount of points. I think if you start at a new club, you want to implement your playing style as fast as possible. That was not that difficult because the playing style is so similar to Jurgen's, especially without the ball. So we both want to press really high. And there are certain details maybe with the ball that we do a bit different, but not that many. So implementing playing style, I'm very pleasing to see not only the starters, but also the ones that were on the bench today. If they are in the starting 11, they do the same. So that's very good to see, and you don't count points before you start the season. And if I would have done that, I probably wouldn't have counted so many as we have now.
Arne, what were your instructions at half-time? Because the first half was very impressive, but of course it was goalless.
Yeah. I wouldn't say impressive. I felt that we were still a bit too impatient. So every time when they threatened us, which didn't happen a lot, was from us being sloppy in passing or forcing it too much. So I said, I think there's more into you guys than you show at the moment. You can play with more intensity and you can play better with the ball. So forget the shirt you face. Just do what you always do. And then hopefully we can even create more chances than we already did the first half.
There's usually a lot of focus put on the attacking players, but I just want to ask you about Kelleher tonight. What was going through your head when Kylian Mbappe stepped up, and how impressive do you think he is?
The same thing that went through my mind when Mo Salah stepped up. In both situations you think, it's probably going to go in, because they have such a great record. But yeah, both missed. So they showed us today that they are human beings. And in Mbappe's situation, Queef saved it, which made it even more special for us. And I think there was not a situation where he was also outstanding, Queef. So he's done remarkable for us, just like our other goalkeeper. But Queef did remarkable today.
Arne, how impressive have you been with the young players, local players? I mean, obviously this club's steeped in history of bringing through young players, Maka being one of them. How impressive, how important are these guys for your squad?
They are, because people always say, and I think I have to agree with that if you are coming through the academy, you know what it means for the fans even more than the ones that come from different countries. And I think it's special for the fans, but also for the club, that if they play on this stage against the reigning champion and they do so well, and I think we talk about Queef, but I think you also agree with me that Connor was really strong and Curtis was really strong as well. Yeah, I think it's nice for everyone to see. But it's not the way I pick my players or I select my team, but it's there are cheap options as well, which is also helpful with all these contract situations we have.
They're not very expensive.
No, but we haven't paid a transfer fee, that's what I mean. I'm not saying the contracts are cheap, but we haven't paid a transfer fee for them.
And a last question before we let you go, because I think your family have come over to see you, haven't they?
Yes, they do this more often, but especially this one.
Lovely.
They took a few days off of school.
Oh, fabulous.
Because they wanted to be here. Yeah.
What an amazing spectacle for them to see tonight. Are they going to stay for the Man City game? And how do you see that going now?
They will, but this will not impact the game on Sunday. Although sometimes my father gives me good advices, but it's nice that they are here. But my main focus is of course on Sunday on the team. But to have family around, that's always a good thing, because you don't have to be focused 24 hours, but 18 hours maybe. You should. Yeah.
Excellent. Lovely
win today against Real Madrid at Anfield against the defending champions. Let's take you straight out to Andy Robertson, Liverpool.
Andy Robertson, how you doing?
You okay, guys? Is that your attempt at a Scottish accent?
I'm bad at accent. I leave it up to Kate. We got a show, yeah? What's took you so long?
I was having to ice my leg, sorry. It took so long.
He meant in general in 4 years that we've been doing the show is what you meant, but never mind. Still good to have you with us. Top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League table. Life must feel good right now.
Yeah, not too bad. It's been good so far. Obviously today was a big game for us, and you know, the lads that have been here for a while haven't managed to get one over in Real Madrid, so it was nice to finally be on the right side of the result.
Andy, I was not happy with that penalty when I seen it there. I didn't think that was a penalty. I mean, how much did you actually connect with him? Because it didn't look like it was anything when we watched so many replays back.
Yeah, look, there wasn't much contact, but I think, as you know, I think I've left my leg in a little bit, you know, and yeah, look, there's contact there, and I think if the ref gives it, then he's not gonna overturn it, you know. So I think it's soft. I think it's on the soft side. I was a bit frustrated, but look, it is what it is, and I think Queeve was getting bored, so I gave him something to do, and thankfully he stepped up.
Yeah, he was getting a little bit cold. He needed warming up. But listen, I want to get back to you know, the new manager's come in. He's had a great start, but it is different. You can see that with your position. You play a lot more narrower at times. It's not overlapping. You're actually underlapping and making runs inside. Can you just give us a little insight to the differences with the new manager, especially in your position at fullback?
Yeah, it's been a lot different. You know, obviously, like you say, it's deeper, or sometimes he wants you to overlap, sometimes he wants you to underlap, sometimes he wants you to make deep runs, like you've seen Connor do quite a few times tonight. So, look, every game's different, and I think we're all enjoying it. You know, I think everyone's position's different, but, you know, if I'm focused on myself or the fullback role, then, you know, every game, pretty much, we have to do something different. So it's been really enjoyable. You know, I think, you know, being 30 years old and experienced, it's been a joy to kind of learn something new again and things like that. So I've really enjoyed it, and look, it will take time, but I think the results have been really good. I think we've performed really well, and you know, hopefully we can only get better. But you know, like I said, everything changes game to game. The staff put in some amount of hours, and you know, the analysts they put in is unbelievable, and you know, that makes us the best prepared possible for every game.
Andy, you've got a big game at the weekend, and you know how important it is to refuel. And I've always just got that image of you and every other Scottish player. It must be Iron Brew.
There's a lack of it down in England. That's the problem. You know, thankfully some of my family are down, so hopefully they've brought me a couple of bottles.
I guess we're interested over here because obviously we work with Jamie all the time, and we see a lot of the stick that he gets on Twitter and social media and stuff after certain statements that he may make publicly. What do you guys think of him over there in the dressing room? Take us inside the dressing room. What's the thoughts on Jamie Carragher?
He's been getting a bit of stick in the changing room this week, that's for sure.
Why's that?
Well, no comment. I think I'll leave that.
Do you think Jamie oversteps the mark from time to time?
No, I think he gets paid to do his job, and I think all he's doing, like, it's part and parcel of football. He has to give his opinion, and whether we agree with it or not, sometimes is a different story.
So basically, you said you don't agree with it. Is what I took from that.
Well, maybe not me, but no.
Andy, you know when you come to the end of your career, and we know there's still a few years left in you, we're pretty sure of that, but do you fancy a bit of punditry? I mean, we're desperate for a decent fullback on the show, you see.
Yeah, I'd love it, especially your guys' shows. I think it looks a bit of light-heartedness. So, like you said, hopefully I've got a couple more years on the pitch, but after it, I'll maybe give you a call to see if you can hook me up.
Yeah.
But bear in mind what you've just said. Does that make Jamie your favourite on the show?
Who's your favourite? Come on.
See, you get asked this all the time.
Yes, Andy. Just shut up, Jamie.
Before he gives his answer, I want to make a plea. We've been asking people this for 2 years, and not once have I been chosen.
Well, what I will say is Peter Schmeichel's waving his hands behind the camera like a madman. I don't think the Liverpool fans will be too happy with that one. Look, I'm not gonna. Oh, here he comes. I'm not going to lie. Actually, when I was younger, I had a
crush on Thierry.
I had an Arsenal kit with Thierry on.
Hey.
Mum and Dad got me for Christmas. So, I've got to say Thierry. But Cara, you know, I respect what you did. Obviously, a Liverpool legend. So.
Andy, just keep up the good work, mate. We'll be there Sunday, roaring you on. Fingers crossed.
Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated.
Robo!
Congrats again. Thank you so much. Oh, everybody coming on the show is good people tonight.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Everyone loves you.
If Andy Robertson can't pick me, honestly.
Are you ever going to get a vote?
I know.
Stop being nice to people.
I know. Imagine what they were saying in that dressing room.
Who's on it? Charpentier, Kate, Michael, Jamie. No.
Yeah, Laura, two of the guys instrumental in Liverpool's win over Real Madrid tonight. Guys, congratulations. Alexis, I know you've scored in the Champions League already for Liverpool, but did this one against Real Madrid mean that little bit more?
Well, thank you very much. Yes, of course, when you play against teams like Real Madrid, it's always nice to score, but the most important thing is that we won it, and I think in a really good way. We dominated the game, we deserved it, so we needed a couple of times this guy, but thank God that he's there and he really deserves it.
Yeah, Queven, well played again tonight. What is going through your mind when you see Kylian Mbappe stepping up to take a penalty?
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I don't really look at the player too much, obviously. I felt confident. I've saved 2 in the last week or so, yeah, I was confident, and then thankfully it went the right way again.
Cody Gakpo got the second goal for Liverpool tonight, Alexis. Has he shown, and the team as a whole, Queven as well, a good example of that every single player in this squad plays their part?
Yeah, that's what we try, and when we say in the dressing room. We know that players that come in are really important to finish the games, and if you want to win trophies, you need them. Of course, it's not nice to be on the bench, but we know that every guy that is here, when it comes in, that's the best for the team.
Does it feel like a statement? You've just beaten the Champions League holders, Real Madrid, here at Anfield.
Yeah, it's obviously, it's a big result. It was a massive game for us. Obviously, they got the better of us the last 2 times in the Champions League, so that we wanted to come out here tonight and put on a performance, and I thought the lads did really well.
And you do have a 100% record, the only team in the Champions League with that record right now. You've won every single game, you're top of the table. Should Liverpool be spoken of as one of the favourites to go on and win this competition now?
I don't know. I mean, it is nice, but at the same time, it means nothing because it's just the first phase. So we are happy with our performances. That's the most important thing, and we will keep going.
A Manchester City side, low on confidence, come here to Anfield at the weekend. You are 8 points clear already in the Premier League title race. After a result, a win like this, a performance against Real Madrid tonight, does it feel like you can beat anyone right now?
Yeah, obviously, listen, I think confidence is high within the whole squad. But we know, listen, Man City, they've not been on the best run at the moment, but what a team. So we're going to expect a really tough test again, and it's important that we keep winning the league as well to keep that gap as well. So, yeah, listen, we'll build all this. It's good confidence for the team and then try to go again.
Alexis, you've won plenty Player of the Match awards before, but this must be a special one. You're tonight's Man of the Match against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Night for you guys out there. What didn't go Real Madrid's way?
I think, to be fair, from the first minute they probably just took control of the game. We never really maximised the spells that we had in possession. You know, when we got the ball back, I think we probably tried to force the counter attack a few too many times and turned it over so much that they managed to keep control. Defensively, they kept us in a place where we couldn't really harm them as much. And yeah, I just think they were more up for it than us, to be honest, which is really disappointing to say. But you know, it's a bad result against probably the best performing team in Europe. You know, it's no disgrace to come here and lose, but we are disappointed in how we performed. And the important thing is we use it the right way now. You know, we've got 3 games left in the group, and it's important that we go and try and win all of them to give ourselves a best possible chance in the standings. You know.
When Kylian Mbappe gets that opportunity from the penalty spot and he's standing there, I'm guessing as a team you're all expecting him to put that one away.
Yeah, you know, it's obviously a big moment in the game, but it can happen. He's a wonderful player, but the pressure that he holds because of how good he is huge. You know, it's humongous, and you know, the penalty is not the reason why we lost the game. You know, as a collective, we weren't good enough on the night. They performed better than us, and it's as simple as that. Kylian can keep his head high. I know for sure that he will produce many more moments that are huge for this club.